Hey yo, what is up everybody, Noah here, and welcome to another episode of the Nerd Talk Story Times. Today is going to be a little different with the story time. We're going to have two stories in one, because both stories are kind of short, and I just really want to make another story time. I thought one story could have been long enough to make a video, but I was kind of talking about it, I figured it was probably a little too short. But anyways, we're going to do two stories. This is going to be the story of the MUAHHH and the story of Pineapple Fanta is shit. And so anyways, let's hop into the intro and hop right into the video. So let's go ahead and start off with the MUAHHH story. And to understand this story, let's get some context going. Of course, always context. And so anyways, whenever I was in high school in the choir, in my choir class, me and my buddy Marco would be hanging out every day, and we always would have a good time, be chilling and all that. And we started doing this thing, and I don't really know how it started. We just started doing it, and it's just where we would grab each other's hands and look at each other and go, "Kiss me, you fool," and then go, "Mwah." And so it just was like this thing that we did every day, and it was really funny to us to do it. And so we did it every day, because we stood right next to each other. I was a bass, he was a tenor, and we have this whole bass king, tenor king thing going on throughout the year. We might talk about that maybe in another story time, because that's kind of a whole ordeal itself. But anyways, so every day we would just look at each other at some point, and multiple times, and just go, "Kiss me, you fool," mwah. And then as time went on, it just evolved into mwah, and saying mwah with each other. And it was a lot of fun to do that, and it was super funny. But the real story comes into the fact of whenever I went to a friend's birthday party. And so I went over to my friend's birthday party, and of course we were drinking that night, and I was with one of my other buddies, and I told him about the MUAHHH, and he found it super hilarious. And so throughout the night, as we were drinking, I would just go up to him at random times, go, "Hey bro, hey, guess what?" And he'd be like, "What?" And I'd be like, "MUAHHH," and then he'd be like, "MUAHHH." And then it just got to this point where I pissed him off with it, and it was hilarious because I would keep walking into him, because I'm super drunk, so I'm just I don't care. And I just walk up and go, "Hey bro, hey bro, hey bro," and he'd be like, "What?" And I'd be like, "What?" And he'd be like, "God," he'd be like, "F*** off," and I'm just laughing about it. We were having a good time about it, and it was a really fun time in that aspect. And just a lot of fun. Just the fact of irritating him, just coming up to him and be like, "Hey bro, guess what?" And he's like, "What?" And I'd be like, "MUAHHH." And then at first he's all going along with it, "MUAHHH." But then as it goes on, he just gets more and more irritated with me as I keep doing it. And it was just really funny to me, and really funny to everybody else. And to this day, we laugh about it. He even laughs about it to this day. And he still does it from time to time with me if I go "MUAHHH," and he goes "MUAHHH." And so it's just a fun thing that we do, just being able to look at each other and just go, "Hey you, guess what?" And "What?" "MUAHHH." And it was just a lot of fun. That's kind of that first story. Like I said, it's super quick. I really didn't know how to, because if I were to explain more, it really wouldn't be the story of MUAHHH. It'd be more of the story of The Hangover. And so that'll probably be its own story at some point, because that's actually kind of a funny story. But nonetheless, anyways, let's hop into the next story. So this next story is called Pineapple Fanta is shit. And so to have context with this story, we had a friend who was a foreign exchange student from Brazil. And he was a really cool dude, really cool to hang out with, really fun to chill with and all that. And so we're hanging out, and we played Magic with him. I took him to a Skillet concert, actually. He went with me to a Skillet concert, had a great time there. But as we're all hanging out and stuff, at some point, we were talking about snacks. I think we were talking about, because we had a specific night one night where we just went ham on snacks from Dollar General and had a ton of snacks. And we were talking about it with him, and he was like, "I've never had a Cosmic Brownie." And we're like, "Bro, wait a minute, what? You're saying you never had a Cosmic Brownie in your life?" And he's like, "No, I've never had Cosmic Brownies. I've never had them." And we're like, "Dude, we gotta fix this." So we went and we got him Cosmic Brownies. We got him addicted to Cosmic Brownies. He would always buy them. And one night we were going to get Cosmic Brownies, and we're walking through, and the dude loved Fanta, and we're walking through, and he sees just this bottle of Pineapple Fanta, and he's like, "Oh, we have to try the Pineapple Fanta." And we're like, "All right, dude, you do you, bro." And so he grabs it. He's super excited. And we go back home, and we're chilling, hanging out like usual and everything. And then at some point, he's like, "All right, it's time to try the Pineapple Fanta." He's super excited about it. He pours himself a glass. He picks it up, and he's like, "Man, I can't wait to try this. I bet it's going to be so good." He literally takes one sip of it, brings the cup down, looks at it, and just goes, "Pineapple Fanta is shit." And we started laughing so hard. And so to this day still, if we're talking to him or sometimes just when we're talking in our group, we will just bring it up because it's just hilarious to us, because the fact that he was so excited because he loved Cosmic Brownie so much and he liked Fanta and he really wanted to try the pineapple Fanta and straight up just was like, pineapple Fanta is shit. And we give him shit about it to this day. Like, we tell him, like, man, pineapple Fanta's not that bad and all that. Like, man, we love us some pineapple Fanta. And he just gets all mad about it. He's like, pineapple Fanta is shit. And it's just hilarious to us. And it was just a lot of fun. Like, there's a lot of stories that just are really fun and I want to be able to share. I just got to remember all of them, you know? And that's kind of the tricky part about it. But that kind of does it for that one. Really quick, I just wanted to get something up again, kind of get back in the swing of things. So it's kind of quick, but you know, I thought it'd be fun. Kind of just 2 little stories, kind of give something while I'm creating other stuff. But yeah, that does it for those stories, guys. So have you guys ever had an experience like that? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, be sure to click that like button, click that subscribe button, click the notification bell, all that good stuff. Stay up to date, guys. Let's try and hit a like goal of like 10 to 15 likes on this video. That would be awesome. Be sure to grab that link physically like a baseball bat, bat your friends over the face with it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.